Hello, everyone. Let's just take some minutes. Alvaro is here already. You can chat with him if you want to. Welcome.
Hello, welcome everybody.
Hey guys, maybe we can start. Welcome everyone. We are on our 5th DigiSkill webinar and we will start talking about DigiSkill. So welcome to our project. DigiSkill is a virtual exchange. Alvaro, can you please? Thank you very much. It's an Erasmus Plus project, and we are in our 2nd year project with our 6 great partners that are here. So thank you very much, guys, for your support again. And our biggest aim is to equip more than 2,500 young adults for the digital skills and intercultural communication. And plus, we want to support the youth employability and to promote critical thinking. Yes. So we are on the 10th online dialogue in the next week, so everyone is invited to. And we will start next month with interactive open online courses. And soon you will have some news and you can apply for it. And we are on our 5th webinar. Our partners are doing well as well with that. And next year we will conclude it with project simulation and the final conference. And this is our, they are our, great partners. So from Sweden, Nigeria, Ghana, Uganda, Portugal, and Czechia. And now, welcome everyone. We will start. Alvaro, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Okay, my name is Alvaro Bastero. I'm from Spain. Thanks everybody to be here. It's the 5th webinar, and when Katarina was saying that, I was looking at the date, and it's also 5th of February. It's a coincidence? Yes? No? Who knows? I like this kind of coincidence. 5 is also my favorite number, so I think it's gonna be a signal to this workshop, to this webinar, to be like super useful, as it was for me while I was preparing it. I learned a lot of stuff, and I will try to share it with you in an easy way. So the webinar is called Google Workspace. You can imagine what I'm gonna talk about, but I wanna give you like a perspective of how I understand the Google Workspace. In 3 keywords: versatile, multifunctional, and accessible to everyone. Before to start, Katarina was talking about the partners. I'm super interested in traveling and to know about where the people are here, hearing from. So I would like to invite you before start with the heavy stuff. I hope it's not gonna be so heavy. To text, to write on the chat, where are you hearing me from? So, and where are you from also? You can add this small like message in the chat as a form of the flag. You can put like the name of the country where you are hearing from or where you are from, and or even the acronyms, the initials. It will be nice to see like this mix, this diversity in the chat. For example, I'm from Spain and I'm hearing you, I'm listening, I'm talking actually from Portugal. So I will put like Portugal flag and Spanish flag, both. I will give you like a few seconds to add this in the chat just for see the, if you are paying attention, at least in the beginning, it will be amazing. Oh, cool. We have like Croatian one, Portuguese one. That's nice. Mine is also from Spain. Mine will be like that. Portugal, Portugal, Portugal winning for the moment. Wow, Italy, Finland, Italy, Portugal. That's nice. Oh, Denmark, far away and cold. I hope you are comfortable in a comfortable place. And Gaia from Italy, lovely Gaia. Thank you guys. Thank you. That's nice. Oh, okay. Super intercultural group. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, some Spain. Spain. Eva, thank you for sharing, guys. Okay. Let's go into the topic, but in a smooth way. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for replying in the chat. Let's start to introduce to the topic, but with another activity more. Here we want to be able to share the topic that we are talking about in this way. So there is three options, as you can see. The first one, it's sentences gives like one meaning that we want to talk about, but I want you to know the perspective, the expectations that you have on this webinar before to start. So if you read the three sentences, you will have to choose from the most to the less that represents you. For example, in my case, as an example, if Gmail represents the 90% of my work, I will choose the second option as the first one. And if I will be doing something else while attending this webinar, I will put it on the second place. And if I'm not going to learn nothing else, I will put it the number one on the last. For example, my order will be 2, 3, 1. I want to know also your order, please, if you can share it. Where are your expectations? Here. Okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing what represents you the most. If you're gonna be doing something else, it's totally understandable. If Gmail represents the 90% of more of your work, also choose it as the number one. Or if you are open to learn new techniques here, choose this one as you prefer. There is no wrong or good decisions. There is just expectations and preferences. Thank you. Cool. Okay. Nice. Okay. As I said before, I'm going to start to talk about the topic now. Google Workspace, my point of view while I was doing this webinar, had three keywords. These three keywords are somehow related in between, and they are like super related also with the three sentences that I wrote in the page before. So the first one represents the versatility. The second one represents the multifunctionality, and the third one represents like the accessibility. So something versatile, it's something that adapts easily to different tasks, roles, or situations. It describes something with many use or skills. So something that we can use for different things. It can adapt. Something multifunctional, it's something that can combine several uses in a single form. So, for example, Gmail, we can use it for a different thing. We can use it for entertainment. We can use it for send task, for work, also to share information or to archive, to save information for future. And something accessible is what I pretend here to show to you guys. It's something that is friendly to understand, no? Something inclusive, something that we don't have to be an expert to use something or to learn about something. This is the strategy and the main point of Google Workspace, I guess. Between other things, because of the intuitive apps that they use and the way that they explain on in the different devices, it can be super helpful if we are into learn and into update ourselves on this way, because it's not the same Google Workspace as it was 1 year before, and for sure it will not be the same in 1 year. So it's good by time to time keep update yourself, and here we are to start with the webinar and start to update ourselves from this second month of 2026. So just for do a quick resume about Google Workspace, it has a different aspects, but it has like between those aspects a platform it's that have free use until some point. That means that you can use all the core apps, but with limitations. For a normal users, as individuals, as a person, I will say it's more than enough. But when you come like really work a space or in a work team or organize yourself to work with more people, there's like some functions that are convenient to have in order to specialize or give more professionality to the tasks that we are doing. But in both cases are both like super manageable. So something that they share, as I say before, are the core apps that we want to go into, and also the cross devices, laptop, phone, and other devices like iPad, and this different softwares that can be Android and iOS are important to take in account in order to know how to use it. But because sometimes the changes are not too much different, but enough to get a bit lost if you change from one software to another. Another things that you don't have or have less and less proportion when you are a user, normal user, and using a free space of Google Workspace, it's related with the management and the security, which it's also makeable with another kind of paths, let's say, and also the domain, which gives in this identity and this personality with when you are working like more seriously or in a big scale. Here there's two screenshots with the plans. Now they are having offers, and I'm not here to promote it, just to share the information. In the web page, you can find like the different prices in the different possibilities. You can explore it, super intuitive, and also, of course, they have like a start free trial to let you know how you're gonna find if you get into that. Yeah, in the other screenshot, in the screenshot that it's down, you can see the most important, let's say, core apps that are included in these programs, in this in these packs of working in Google Workspace. As I said before, all of them are usable. Some of them as an application that you can download from your store, but others that you have to enter in the web. We want to talk about some of them, the most part of them, but we want to talk also about how they interact, how they work together, and for sure of something that we cannot pass without looking at, as it is the applications that use AI. Yeah, we are in the world of the AI. This generation, we are living like the change. One of the biggest change, I would say, like in the digital era, that are being involving like the different waves of work. And as an example, I wanted to share with you some companies, known companies, maybe not the names, but companies that has like a lot of volume of work, and how they resume like the work with the AI in a useful way, you know. The CEO of Uber say that it saves a lot of times in terms when it comes to repetitive tasks, and also reduce the urgency expending, of course. For sure, it will save like a lot of time. It will develop high value work for others. It will give like this more smooth paths in what bureaucracy and logistics refers, but not also this in repetitive tasks. Yes, also in other kind of deep work, how it can be like in Deloitte, a big company, where they say that it works for deep analytical reports, where they can have like a lot of insights from vast troves of information. So it's a powerful tool that also we have to learn how to use it, and where it's included. That in the day of today, I can say that almost everywhere when we are using the net, even if we don't want to use it, it's already in our Google. When we enter and when we search for something, our search it's managed by the AI, and we cannot change it that anymore. So it's better to adapt, to understand, to be conscious of that, and also let's be helped by it, because it can change the way of work where we are. Google Workspace was not a place where it will be like out of this scenario, and it starts to introduce in a transversal way all of these powered AI tool in their applications. So the sentence is that is gonna lead the next slides, or it's called "Let AI help you manage your work." We want to start with two of the most common, at least for me, apps that Google Workspace has, and it's Google Docs and Google Sheets. How Gemini it's introduced on that, no? First of all, let's start with Sheets. Google Sheets, for me, with the pass of the time, it was like a tricky app that I thought it was like too hard to manage. It was, I thought at some point, and difficult of understand also, and I didn't give them like the give it the opportunity to work so much on it because I didn't knew how to do it, and I didn't take the time to understand it better. But with AI now it becomes like even easier to manage the work. It's an unified place to build and organize plans, tracker, timelines, calendars, and also keep it update in real time. So there in the slide you can have like an example of what you can do with a sheet. No, it's not just a place where in the beginning can be for mathematics. All the engineers mathematics are like using this to do complicated operations, but also it's for project management to save information, to communicate, and you can use it and give the shape as you want for manage your work. And there is like AI to help you with some easy commands where you can ask what you want to do in which part of the Excel or the sheets. I think this is a lot of time saving from their side to have like this small secretary where you can ask and it will give you an answer. And if you don't like the answer, you can be more specific and ask for the things that you want for. Here there is like these examples that you can check about tracking, checklist, shopping list, director, project management, and we don't have to forget when we don't have to start anymore like for an empty template where okay now I have to create all the columns or all the information from the beginning, which it's sometimes in my opinion super heavy. Now we can just start to talk with something which is the AI, and it will start to create to shape our ideas on the Excel. No, it has a lot of options. You can interact with emojis, which you can interact with colors, also with dates, names. You can interact with tasks and also with mentions. I think it's super useful, and in the project management of work spaces are like a tool which is essential. And in this sense, AI it gives like a really nice improvement. Here I add the link where you can find more information, and maybe you can adapt the way of you work, or you would like to work, or you would like to organize in the future your work to see and check the options like you can have on this field. And at the end of the webinar, I will share with you all of these links. You will have the presentation, and Katarina will probably send it to you through email, and you will have it there forever. It's easy, intuitive, and super clear information from verified sources. So let's follow with AI how it helps to manage the work in Google Docs. Wow, Google Docs, maybe it was like when I start with the laptops, these big towers where you have to go to these centers to look for what was internet, what are the possibilities. One of the things that I remember most is like this word, this WordPress where you can start to write, you can bold, you can underline the letters, you can delete things. It was like super experimental, the word in that time, and isn't what it becomes now. Google Docs, it's like the evolution of this document, where it arrives at some point that it's super multifunctional. So here, the last thing that I saw in Google Docs that most impressed me, it's the electronic signatures. In this world where we are like mostly working remote from different places, but communicating with other people, which is in another different place, super far away, or where you communicate also with public institutions, governments, and public bodies and organizations. Sometimes we have to verify our identity now, who is behind the screen. That's why they are asking its time more and with a lot of sense for the electronic signatures. We have like, at least in my country, to do a lot of bureaucracy to get it. Then it expires by time to time. You have to go to refresh it, and here it's saved somewhere where you can use it always if you have internet access. So it's something like, it saves a lot of time for sure. It's a tool that it's integrated in the same app that we are working on, which also it's a plus because we don't have to combine. For sure there is more ways to do it, but it's easier when you have like all the power centralized in one app, and it's what it pretends. Google Workspace somehow it's try to centralize and absorbs all the options of working in the same space. Electronic signatures, the future, it's here. Another thing that AI does, it's like the smart summarization. I wish when I was studying I had this, the smart summarization, and to do a smart resumes, to take out, to point the insights, the points, to take out the tasks, to take the notes you need to understand a text without reading all. It's something that also saves a lot of time, and the prompt AI in your Google Docs now can do this. Also, something that I have my feelings about, it's about create your first draft in a snap. So yeah, no more like empty pages where you have to start from zero. It's like it can be like super dangerous, but by time to time also super useful, because I will strongly recommend to don't lose the creativity in writing and don't trust 100% in what it says. But at the same time, it can improve our starting point and our ideas also, and for sure our vocabulary sometimes and the way that we use it, also performing our concept of writing. So somehow it helps you to improve your writing, but at some point if you are using so much, I will say that it's super easy to recognize that the people who is using that just this is, it's not fair, because then you write it in a different place and you see the difference when you cannot have it. So yeah, let's try to combine the efforts, never use it as a substitution, to keep the identity of our ideas and of our work. I just say this because it's a tool that should help manage our work, nor substitute it at all. But yeah, there is more reflections about it as a non-native English speaker, as I am, as you can see with my Spanish stack. Um, of course, Google Docs, it's incredible, and there's like they correct the faults, the grammatical faults. It delivers more polished writing content, which it's sometimes super useful for formal conversation, first contact emails, first message. It can give you like open doors, like in a different way with more self-confidence, but also, as we say before, create drafts, improve the grammar, improve the vocabulary. That's something that it's there. If it will not appear like this, maybe you will not look for it otherwise. So indirectly, there is like a lot of sources that you can take out and use it easily. And again, another link where you can check um, all the information, adapt it, and take the information that you like to adapt to your work. Some features that I cannot talk now because it will extend so much, but for sure, if you check it by time to time, there will be new updates and you will be able to check it here. Let's follow with something interesting that it impressed me the first time that I heard about, and then when I understood it was like more impressive even. Let's start with Google Workspace Slides, which it's a super powerful tool. It's like what represents PowerPoint spaces, and it's also powered by the AI, where it can be like a super helpful partner, I will say. Um, in first scenario, and for my point of view, it's something that can help you to create images when you have like an idea and you have to look for image, you have the photo and you want to express something through an image. It can be like a powerful tool that not always give you the correct answer, but it's there to help you to manage your work, remember. And yeah, also to manage your content from your drive, looking easy and fast for information when you need it, and super intuitive. So all the visual content and that they do, like with the options and the colors, it helps you a lot in this way to work with this tool. But it's even more impressive for me, Google Meet, how AI enter in this app, because it's not just because it take notes or it can help you to do resumes. It's because I imagine the AI here like a secretary which is taking every single word, every single phrase you say, at the same time that is reducing the audio distortion, improving the video quality, and of course, avoiding the language barriers because it can translate in real time, and also protect information you share in a digital space, in a virtual space with watermarking and so on. So yeah, it's like something that in a meeting of 1 hour can give you a resume of 10 sentences with the main points of a meeting, if you give it the opportunity. Of course, you don't have to, but it's something that is there, and the people is using its time more. So once again, here you go with some links about Google Slides, Google Meets, to powerful tools powered by the AI. Let's talk about in a different way for the next application, which maybe are not mains or super used or super known, but each time I read from it and I try to learn more, I thought, wow, this is kind of underrated, because it can give you like a lot of powerful in safe information, in do research, do evaluations. Yeah, it's Google Forms. It's one of these core spaces of Google Space Workspace, which is not it's not an application, so you don't look for it in the App Store or Android Store. It's just in the web. It's as easy as putting the web Google Forms, and you can fastly enter in your account and create your form. I put here some examples about what kind of forms. Of course, you can give the shape. Depends of what are you working for. If just to share information, to get information and evaluation, or to share things, it's the easiest and fastest way I ever seen. Also because you can link it to sheets. What that means that all the answers that the people will give you will be saved automatically in a Google sheet with the questions specified in each column and in chronological order. Of course, you can then customize and personalize there later on, but it's something that it gives you like the template of all of these answers where you don't have to even to organize it, and you can keep it always and use it in the future. You will not lost it if you save it properly, and yeah, you can go back whenever you want, look it in there like for keywords depending on the question or the time of the answer. You can publish the form by the time you want, and you can unpublish the form also whenever you want. So yeah, it's a powerful tool which combined with sheets, it becomes like even more interesting for all of these people who do like project management like me, um, to evaluate the different phases of work. It's super interesting, not just for the results, also for the process. I guess that is like something that allows you to track what you are doing, and then improve from that and learn. And talking about improving and learning, also Google keep the simple word, give us all the information that we need to know. It's to keep ideas, to keep information, to keep tasks on mind, or to keep tasks, let's say, in our devices which are close to us when we are working. Yeah, Google Keep, it comes to be a reminder of what we have to do or what should be doing at some point. You can, it's a, of course, Google Workspace tool online and update in real time where you can create, edit, organize, archive notes also. But one interesting thing for the artistic people that is in this group for sure, that you can save drawings as a notes. Sometimes not me, because I draw not super good. I will not say bad. I'm working on that, but I'm not using Google Keep to draw, I will say. But some people express themselves super nice with draws and can make them understand themselves also better. So yeah, it's something that it's not usual to have it in Google Workspace, or if it is, if you can find it, is not in that specific way or designed for this. So here you have this field which can help the people which express themselves or use the draws and to communicate better or to remind better in this case. This is the application that you can be using. something interesting also, it's two last things. The setup timed reminders, because you can say, yeah, okay, I put my note here, it's my task, I in the moment, in the fresh moment, but then I still do things and I forgot it. Of course, it happens to everybody. That's why we have to somehow give us like some backup plans to remind ourselves. And here it's the easiest way, because you can set up the time that you want to be reminder. If it's a long time, you will be reminded twice. One, 24 hours before the task you set, and then when you set the task. That keeps you awake, not just in the moment. You have to do it also like with some prevention, to organize yourself and to have the stuff done in time. Something that I start to use with this app, in the iPad, I usually work in the iPad. It's like the dual panel view, which is something easy, simple, but super interesting in the way that we can divide the screen. No, there's like these options. If we have our laptops update, iPads updated, for sure there is options to do it, and these applications offer these options. It's as easy as dualize the screen, and to split it in twice, to have, like, for example, two different apps open, or we are looking, or we are doing research, but we are texting or writing at the same time. So we don't have to go out from one to go to the other one and go back. We can just simply have like the half of the screen and the other half. Not even the half, you can reduce, and you can give like the 30% of one side of the screen and the 70 of the other. So yeah, it's something that Google Keep does, because sometimes we have to take notes fast and keep going. So to don't lose the flow of work, it's super useful. As the other apps, it's across device. You can use it in your phone also. So don't lose the opportunity, and also the option that it gives to you. In relation with that, Google Tasks, let's say it's kind of similar, but not, because yeah, it's true that sometimes there is people that use one or other one, but there's people who combines both. Here, it's like a tasks, as the name itself says, it's where you can track, where you can put your tasks, you can add the things that you have to do, but not just for yourself, also for others. You can add tasks to other people through mentions. This is incredible useful when you work with people, and you can recommend, you can remember, you can update in real time these tasks. And of course, it's combined with other Google products, mostly with Gmail, Keep, but also with Google Calendar. We will see it later. But with Gmail, we have like a new one option that we want to check now, that maybe you didn't see, but it's easy, intuitive, accessible to fastly add tasks when we are working. Displays. Here you have two screenshots, one of the Gmail, another one for the Google Docs. And it's a kind of combination, a kind of symbiosis that Google Tasks do with, first of all, Gmail, because as you can expect, when you are checking your email and you are working, you have to take notes, tasks. So that's this small panel next to your Gmail options, where you can find not just Google Tasks, also Google Keeps, but also Google Calendar. Here you can add past the task, which will be automatically scheduled to the to the platform, to the other platform, without you don't need to do nothing. In Google Docs, the change it's for me more easy because I get used to. It's maybe one of the most used apps that I have in my daily work. And you also have the option of the checklist. You can see, like, in the transversal panel, the option to put these check boxes and even check it. And when you do check it, they cross, but also have like this small symbol of tasks where you can actually use the app and you can track the task at the person, like mention them, and make sure that this task is going to arrive to this person through a recommended Gmail for remember it, and also get settled somewhere else, as it can be in the calendar or in the Gmail, not just in the Google Doc, that if you don't tell them to in another way that you already have this task, maybe the person will never find it by themselves. So yeah, it's pretty useful. And once more, some links. Let's go with the mother of the core apps of Google Workspace. This is Google Drive. It can be a messy space, or it can be super organized space. In my case, it's both at the same time, but I understand in my messy space, so we are okay. Google Drive, it's where everything gets safe. It's like the storage. It's like the trunk of the car. It's like this room that we put all there when we don't know where to put it. Automatically it goes there. All the files or the apps or the even photos, images, PDFs, whatever you can upload it there, and also download. Yeah, Google Drive, it keeps all your files together. It's also like something that you can use it offline. It's not the only app, but I will say it here that you can use this feature offline if you plan ahead that you want to work without net, because sometimes we don't expect that we don't gonna have net, but other times we expect that we will not have net, so we can program ourselves to smart work and download those things that we think that we want to use to follow the work, do some small updates. It's an extension of working, so you don't have all the features, but you can still work on it without find this small circle turning and spinning all the time, because you download in the local storage. Yeah, a tip here is, if you have a lot of things you mix, like a lot of counts, as I have, sometimes it's hard to find the places where you want to work on if you have some projects open at the same time. That's why I get used to star the things. It's a simple option where you can change colors, you can add labels, and you can work easily. When you finish the project, just not the and start the file, and you can have more space and you can see everything more clear than in the home Google Drive, which sometimes is like something weird. Also, you have the shared Google Drive. It's there's interesting because sometimes we can share but without limits. No, we can edit, we can comment, we can just view documents. We have the power to share this and the power to remove it, and others also when we are working together. So all these features you have to take it in account, because it will allow you or don't allow you to share, download or edit some information, but it will be also there. So if someday something disappears in the Google Drive that it was there before, maybe it was because it was shared by other person and it just cut this sharing with you. So yeah, something which is also important that I say, okay, that's nice that it's happening now. It's the possibility of scan documents. Scan documents with the mobile application. Just it's the easiest way to take in a photo. It transforms to the PDF, and then you can upload and change the name and save it wherever you want. It's an option that there is a lot of apps that has it, but once again, Google Workspace is trying to unify, centralize all of these tools in the same place. The calendar. Okay, the calendar. If the Google Drive was the mother, calendar, Google Calendar was the grandmother. Like calendar is the most like easiest thing to find in a fridge or in the kitchen of a house. Like we all, at least me, I always look at the calendar in the house. When was my birthday this year? Oh, it's Saturday. Cool. Like we're gonna have party, or when it arrives on Monday and I have to go to school, it was like, no, my birthday arrives on Monday. So yeah, calendar we use to organize ourselves, to prevent our task, to track our work, and to see how it's going to be develop our months. So here in Google Calendar, what pretends is to keep this in the digital era. It's something, some features that are super interesting. It's about the multiplicity. So you can have a lot of calendars in the same calendar, which is really, really nice because you can show whatever you want and you can keep secret in the same calendar. You're seeing other tasks with other people that they cannot see you. So you can have like more than one calendar in one calendar. Also, it's shareable. Also, with these limits that we talk about, there is shortcuts options. It's fun. It's interesting to have it. It's intuitive. You will see if you enter in the links that we will attach to you. But the shortcuts are always like small commands that help us to do this repetitive task in the most easiest way. Something that you can do is to track and to print, but I will say that it's not the most beautiful calendar that you can print, but anyway, you can print it if you can hang, if you want to hang it somewhere. Yep. And wow, this is one of the most powerful tools, maybe as the revolution of everything for those who doesn't speak really good the language where they are, and they need like something to translate. There is a lot of apps, but once more, this Google Translator is a feature powered with AI that helps us. What it means in this sense, the AI, okay, before the AI and translator worked. Yeah, but now it works. It understands. It tries to understand the context of the sentence, the tone, and the specifics. Tones of the cultures when the people talk, and it can do it in the live translation, in real time conversation. So if you didn't understand me anything during this webinar, if you will have like this Google Translator open, stick to the microphone, the audio, for sure it will give you the translation in your language, the language you select. You can do it offline, but prepare ahead if you want to do it offline, because you have to download in the local storage. And also the Google Lens, it's a combination of these because you can also translate text with the camera of your phone in documents or taking photos, which is also super useful. I use it when I go somewhere in a country and I want to know what's this monument saying in this space, and I use the Google Lens. Super useful. Thank you very much. We arrive on our time. I hope you enjoy or at least learn something, or both, maybe some of you. and now I'm here to hear you. If you have any kind of question, suggestion, recommendation of anything, if you heard me good, I will be happy to read all of you. Thank you very much.
Recording in progress.
I can I can also read you in the chat, I think, if you want to write it or.
I just want to say thank you so much. As a team, we just started using Google Workspace. So I was really excited about this um, webinar tonight, and you did a very good job, especially with the AI part.
Mhm.
So yeah, thank you so much for the tips. Definitely gonna use them. Thank you.
Thanks to you. It was a pleasure from my side. It was actually entertaining.
Yes, it was very good. I enjoyed it.
Okay, guys, don't be shy. Well, you can ask everything to Alvaro. I'm sending to the chat the evaluation link. So please, it will just take you 1 minute. If you can fill it, meanwhile, you can always ask anything to Alvaro. Any questions? Just enjoy this time to do it. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Last minute for questions. Now or never. And don't forget to fill the form.
Mhm.
Thank you, Che. Alvaro, you can share something if you want to.
I wanted to ask you if uh, 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 do I have to fill the form also?
No, but
I will be honest, I promise.
I'm sure about it. But if no one has any other questions and the form is being filled, thank you very much. You can go to the next slide where we will present the next webinar.
Wow.
You can talk about it if you want to.
Do you want me to talk about it?
If you want to.
So yeah, the next webinar, as you can see, it's be digital and be connected. Let's follow the topic and then these digital skill projects. It's gonna be with an inclusion approach, super interesting, with the amazing Roberta Gallo and Joana Teixeira and myself again. So we want to talk about how it's been living in a small and isolated village. The town where I'm from, actually, it's like one of these small and isolated villages, and it's gonna be interesting how it changed the world this digital era. So stay tuned. The same time, 7 o'clock for GMT on the 3rd of March. You can start to put it in your Google Calendar, okay? We start to work with the Google Workspace and don't forget it. And if you're gonna forget it, add it in the Google Keep that will remind you the day before and also before starting the webinar. See you there. Wish you the best for this month and thank you once again for being here all this time. Kisses.
Thank you, Alvaro. The link for this webinar is already on the chat as well. So don't forget to fill the form of for the evaluation and to apply for the next one. You won't regret. Thank you very much for your presence today, and I hope to see you really soon. In the next, I'll send you the certificates in the presentation.
Thank you. Thank you, people.
Thank you, Alvaro.